Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer and welcome to the stream. Empirical is celebrating his 4-year mod anniversary. I'm sure you've had one of those, but that's still cool because I appreciate you sticking around while I do this absolute nonsense. The title of this stream is a Fatal Frame stream with no surprise guests, because for my crossword stream this afternoon, as soon as I hit go live, Mum and Tiny Child showed up, so we just did a crossword and scramble with them. It was going to be猿も木から落ちる, which is even monkeys fall out of trees, basically meaning even people who are good at their job get it wrong. Anyway, Fatal Frame! Hell yeah! Pretty sure we are at the end of Fatal Frame. I've got basically this puzzle to do. And then the final chapter, which is go to the final boss and beat it. Like, that's an easy thing to do. I have been streaming for 4 years. That's crazy. Like, looking back over some of my tier lists, it's like, oh yeah, I have been streaming a long time. I've played a lot of games, I've done a lot of things. I'm surprised I'm still going. No, I'm not. The shame pile is real, and there's a lot on it. Especially now that I've unlocked the possibility of Japanese games. The next game that I'm going to play on my Monday slot, if the English copy breaks, I've got the Japanese copy. I'll play it. If it kills me, I'll play it. Right, who's coming down these stairs? Anyone? No one? No one. Good. Get the feeling someone's showing up here. I saw that little load stutter. Crowley 9, well, come on in. Hope we're doing well. You join us at what I believe to be the end of Fatal Frame, the first one. I would say the end of what I'm going to do on Fatal Frame on my channel, but like, I've said that 2 or 3 times now, so who even knows? Alright, so what we need to do, this little cabinet right here, we need to line up the little button that we push with the ghost that we fought based on this picture, which I believe is number 1. And then you are number 4. This one would be very shaky. This one would be 3. And then you would be number 4. What are you looking at, Miku? What you looking at? This is all in Japanese. It's the Japanese version. I owned that. And I am a penguin. Hello, Quaha. How are we doing? Is there something hidden down here? What are you looking at? Maybe she's looking at something outside the shrine. I should check that. Yeah. Yes? Aha! Blood. Blood. Crimson, copper-smelling blood. Oh, Dark Place is so good. My friends have been to see Garth Marenghi live. There's audience plants, but they had a good time. Anyway, look at this. This blood has appeared along the floor. I should follow that at a brisk clip because I don't want to get jumped by ghosts. And yeah, sloth, copper smelling. Blood, like pooled blood, smells like copper. Or at least metallic. It's got iron in it. It's enough that the master of magnetism could just pull it out of a dude and make platforms. And like, in a movie with mutant superpowers, that's one of the points where I'm like, nah, man, you can't do that. Can you do that? No. I went the wrong way around this corridor again. I always do. My goodness, a trail of blood. Who could have known? Excuse me a second. Before I step in there, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, I've already loaded up my good film. Amazing. This is a big pile of blood. Excuse me, what do you mean that didn't hurt? Leaving! I don't know about piling. Pooling, yes. Pooling is like, there's loads of it. Like rice can pile. And if you do it enough, you get a mountain. As the saying goes. Yeah, get stunned! I meant to do that. I don't like the fact that I don't have my safety net anymore. But hey, look at that! I got him after I got backed into a corner. Wonderful. Good. Fixed excretion. That's a good name for a bot. You show up, you spout your bollocks, and you leave. I don't want to deal with you. Okay, I was gonna say, why are you rumbling? I remember, because there's a ghost up here. I forgot. That's the Himuro family master. That's the guy we just fought. If, anybody has a... thing, Oh, I don't know the answer to this one. Although, I'm sure I could get the answer to this one. Just, pardon me, everybody. I need to find what I'm looking for. Alright, I am told... Unless... it is actually... $12.13? $12.13, because it's Japanese! Day and month are reversed. So, the numbers in the different film stock is to do with the strength of that film. Can I... Miku, I see there is something there. Pick it up. So, for example, we have type 14, 37, and 74. Type 74 is the most powerful film that I have. Can I buy that yet? I can't buy that yet. I can nearly buy that. What? What? Can you leave me alone, please? You're bane of my existence in this stupid mansion. Oh, you want 4,000 points, do you? I'm sure I can find a way. Considered giving her Maple's voice, but Maple is too much of an agent of chaos. That thing actively hates you. I can tell you that it doesn't, like, the numbers in the film don't necessarily refer to anything related to the real world. So it's not like, you know, type 14 film is monochromatic and type 74 is Technicolor. Trademark. But, yeah, no, the... Yes, so I don't believe there is any, like, technical thing that the high numbers relate to. It's just, this film is better than that film. I'll take sacred water. It's all a moot point anyway, because the final boss can kill you in one hit, which is rather unfair, but that's how the game does it. And that's how it must be. Now that one, I can explain. The camera obscura that we are using... Do I want to save? Ah, you know what, sure. The camera obscura that we are using is constructed in full or in part from a magical mirror with the ability to see ghosts and to exorcise them. So by itself, no, the film is just film. Go on holidays, take pictures of the family. But because it's being processed through a special camera, that's where the exorcism powers come from. No, Either I got that one or it's not in this version of the game. Alright, cool. So, this is... I'm just barking in the dark, don't mind me. What? Oh. Oh, you're new? I didn't know you lads appeared out here. How about that? And good job, too. Because... that's probably going to get me the... Yeah, see, if I don't get my 4,000 points from these last couple fights, I'll be very, very surprised. God, you're persistent. Get out of here. That did not get me the 4,000 points that I needed. I am very surprised. Yes, it is a happy coincidence that this type of film has better exorcismal qualities than that type. There are certain games where it does make sense, potions and high potions. There's certain games where it doesn't. Why is fresh water one of the best healing items in the Pokemon world? Actually, milk is one of the best healing. Get you some of that Moo Moo milk, and you are good to go, bud. What could this be? See, that's one of the things that I like. The idea of Phoenix Down. Oh, there's a save point here. I thought that was just an addition for the Western release. There isn't. I'm pretty sure the ghost here is only added in the Western release. Anyways, this ghost right here has a fragment of the mirror. What's that doing there? So there you go. Miku has addressed this ghost by name. This ghost is Kirie Himuro, the daughter of the master of Himuro Mansion, the guy with the big katana who's been fighting us. She was sacrificed to stop the terrible evil from happening, but it didn't work. So now she's just here, like, continuing to punish and kill everyone who's here. She's asking Miku, please stop me. I always thought that was a matter of, like, translation. Night 4. Kyrie. That's what it says on the left. So, like, because I know it changes from certain Final Fantasy games, right? Some games consider you KO'd, in some games it is dead. But then you have Final Fantasy VII, which has dead and dead. Sheet music for the koto. With this, we can play the koto. Now this is an interesting thing. That is the piece of music that we heard played behind that door the first time we came up the stairs. We saw a woman behind this window playing that piece of music. Is there a stable time loop? Could be. I think that's great. I love when stuff like that happens. Alright, come on. Come on. There we go. You can go up there. No. Up. Please. Huh. I genuinely thought that was a forced cutscene. That's the door to the tatami room. Dun 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 dun. I did that joke in my playthrough and I was really happy with it, but I had to delete it. So there. Look at it! Look at that smiley face. Maybe I'm not afraid of that ghost after all. And because that ghost went into the camera that time, I believe that means it's been removed as a random encounter. It's the final night. I don't think there are random encounters. There is also, memory serves, there's like a hidden ghost up here. I can hear the static. Ah ha ha ha! Gamers never look up! You gotta shine a light on it if you want the gamers to look up. Now this hidden light, we've seen that. That is the anteroom. This is the game where I learned what an anteroom is. We've seen that little light. Or the little peephole anyways. I don't know if I pointed it out. I may have done. Anyway. in the Western version of this game, there's a dev ghost in this room. I don't think it's here. Maybe it is. Let's go find out. Like, my controller's rumbling, but that doesn't necessarily signify anything. Oh, that's a really clever way of doing that, actually. The typing on that film is 90. Oh. Is it you? Yeah, it is. It's the dev. That's one of the devs. Honestly, if I made a game like this, that's what I'd do. You want to see my grinning face in the darkness? Well, go for it. Oh, thank God. They took a bunch of the dev ghosts out of various remakes, but this one is not a remake. This is a version 1, so there we go. Some part of me wonders, is that going for the Jason sound? And I know, it's triplets. You can't... Not everything has to be a reference to everything else, but if you're playing a horror game, and you're finding a ghost, and something is making that sort of sound, that's the Jason sound. Thanks. And then this explains why the ritual went wrong. Kitty A was allowed outside, and she met a boy, and that means she's got ties to the world now. How can you have a nihilistic sacrifice if you've got ties to the world? You can't. Huh. Nice. Now, real quick, that is a really, really good thing. I love it when something comes out of the mirror, by which I mean I hate it. We're being chased, and unlike us, Kitty A can no-clip, so she will just come through the walls and down the stairs. You best be running. Hurry it up. I think my favorite bit of that is just the aggressive stereo mixing. Can I? Oh, thank God! Yeah, now I got a fully powered up camera. Just with none of the special abilities, because I never use them. Except for Crush. Crush is the best. Bruh. Nieta? Nieta? I don't know what that word is. But returning Kirie's hairpin to her means that this here door has unlocked. This is the last save point before the end of the game. God, I hope I'm able to reasonably do the end of the game. Also, Empirical didn't... Weren't there some Final Fantasy games where it wasn't Phoenix Down, it was smelling salts? Like, your character had been knocked to the ground unconscious, and here's some smelling salts. I'm just gonna slap your face a little bit, do a little paintbrush thing. Am I gonna demonstrate? No, because that sounds real suspect. Oh, wait. I've just remembered. If a dev ghost is there, that would mean... First of all, I'm gonna go save the game again, because I don't want to go and get those. Smelling salts have always been for sleep. Huh. Hey, Empirical, guess how much attention I pay to the sleep status in Final Fantasy games? You'll wake up eventually. Although what I will tell you is, games where the sleep status doesn't go away after a fight, that's garbage. You stand there until they wake up, or you just give them a shake. Hey! Cloud, put on your shoes. We're at Genova's house. It's time for school. Now I believe... Yeah! That's one of the dev ghosts! For some reason I thought that was Mafuyu. Maybe they shuffled it around in the other version of the game, like the Western version. I know that in the Xbox version, if this was Fatal Mode, I could examine this grave and get a fight against the hardest ghost in the game, but I'm not doing that right now. Insomnia Aaron! Oh, well, come on in. Oh, no, here it is, Insomnia Aaron has redeemed one happy thing a day. That looks like that one from the comic strip. You know the one where you're walking down the street and you have to scroll and then it grabs the scroll bar? Looks like that one. Sorry to put that in people's heads. That was a scary ghost. You do it and you have to fight Nicole Chief from Dead or Alive, the only female one. Because you gotta have the girls in the Dead or Alive. My happy thing for today. Streaming went really, really well this afternoon. Because it was really, really weird. For people who missed it, as soon as I hit start stream, my doorbell goes. It's Mum and Tiny Child. They were just passing, wanted to come and say hello. I suspect Mom had had Tiny Child all morning and needed a second adult in the room. So, hey, I'm happy to oblige. So we did Scrandle, she and I, on stream. And Tiny Child did really, really well at Scrandle. We didn't. She knows what's up, that kid. Alright, I don't trust... Yeah, I don't trust you. I know there's two ghosts in the room with us right now. Jerk! Actually, no, Tiny Child did not just pick Chicky Nugs. Although, can anyone blame her? Chicky Nugs are great. Oh, that was pretty creepy, wasn't it? Just to see this thing lurching out of the darkness. Good job, game. Like, for the PS2, there was some spooky nonsense going on in this game. Do you know what? I'm going to take that one hit. That'll do me. That's probably the best I've ever done that fight. Oh, damn it! I was going to go back and save, but the door is locked. Anyway, that was phase 1, I guess. There is no angle this game will not touch. Don't worry about it. It's fine. This room might seem familiar to anyone who watched me play Fatal Frame, the third one. This is where there is a particularly brutal boss fight, which I think is really, really well designed. Yamete is stop. You probably know Yamete is stop. This is a ghost known as former Rope Shrine Maiden. She can't attack. She's just sort of there. It is hypothesized, it is theorized, that her name is Kizuna. Kizuna Himuro. that being the name of a ghost that you find in Fatal Frame 3. When you come to this area, you are attacked by a ghost who is just made of parts. This is just a head, a torso, arms and legs, all just floating in the air, and that's, you know what? Horrifying, but really well done. Good job, game. Don't mind me. I'm just going this way. I lied! She has a second form, wherein she just crawls after you down this path. It's so good! Oh my god, is this path screaming faces? If it is, I've just noticed that. Thank you very much, Rickstress. I very much enjoy being like, oh, yeah, okay, trivia. You want some trivia? I got some trivia. I really like the design of Kizuna in the third game. It kind of redeems her. It runs back that particular ghost where she can't do anything. She just, in her first form, she lies there. In her second form, she claws after you, but she's not very strong. So the third form, she's a legitimate threat. The other suggestion for who that particular Shrine Maiden is the daughter of the long-armed man. The theory goes that the long-armed man's daughter was used as a sacrifice because it's not perfect, but it's not nothing, and it didn't work. And it could be either of those, or it could be nothing. It could just be messed up. Game. Game, y'all good? Oh, thank God. There is a widely reported bug in earlier versions of Fatal Frame, this version of Fatal Frame, that this room is completely inert and doesn't do anything. What is supposed to happen next doesn't. And what is supposed to happen after this doesn't. And then what's supposed to happen after that doesn't. So let's see how we do. So, Kyrie, incredibly slow. Also, causes earthquakes. So you have to look and charge up your shot, and then as soon as you get full power, your thing will turn red. And as soon as it turns red, that's the only time you can do damage to her. And what damage? Look at that. That's a nice big chunk. It's really hard to account for that shaking, isn't it? All right, then. She's behind me! Yeah, I know that one. I learned that one from the blinded woman. So this is where the rest of the games get kind of a plot hole of sorts. The reason our camera was able to see and capture ghosts is because Miku is attuned to the spirit world, but also the camera had a chunk of the sacred mirror in it. We've been collecting one piece every night throughout the rest of the game.
Kagami.
Sono Kagami. That mirror. Alright, give me that. And now we have the complete mirror. And we put the complete mirror on the Shadow the Hedgehog stand. And there we go. We win. Now, subsequent Fatal Frame games take place after this one. I believe 2 takes place around the same time as this one, but 3 and 5 absolutely take place after this one. And the cameras in those games just sort of work. They just do it. And they don't explain that. The small girl in the white kimono that we have found is Kyrie. It's the young child version of herself who understands that what she is doing is wrong and she oughtn't be doing that. In this instance, she says, you know what you have to do. And here, yeah, Kyrie just has to hang here, watching the gate, forever. Kyrie tells us that the room's coming down and we need to run or we'll be trapped in here forever. Mafuyu says that's fine. he will wait here with Kirie forever.
ミク、キリエに導かれている間、ずっと彼女の悲鳴が聞こえていたんだ。助けてと。縄の巫女として門を封じ、
And this is sort of explaining the plot like I did, but
思う人と共にいたいとい
you
う
know, in
気持ち。
Japanese, way cooler.
その狭間で彼女は引き裂かれていた。それが間が時を招いてしまった。正気を浴びた彼女の霊は自分と同じ苦しみを与えるだけの存在になっていた。正気から解放された今、彼女は縄の巫女の役目を果たそうとしている。彼女の魂は未来永劫この門を封じなければならないんだ。たった一人で途切れることのない苦しみ、その苦しみが少しでも軽くなるのなら、彼女の望みが少しでも叶えられれば、僕は彼女のそばで少しでも力になりたいんだ。ミク。
兄さん。
That's gotta be one of those things where, like, in time, the passage of time will change. Like how they talk about elves in, like, high fantasy literature. They live forever.
ミク、どうしてここに導か
A
れた？
verse of their songs lasts a measly
今
human
は分か
lifetime.
る気がする。僕はこの運命を受け入れようと思う。ミク、今までありがとう。
あの日から私がありえないものを見ることはなくなったのです。
Finally mentioning she never saw her brother again. Hold up! That sounds like it's gonna get copyright claimed. So I am just going to mute that. That was Fatal Frame, everybody. You see it's labeled Project Zero? In Japan, the game is called Zero. And that's why it's called Project Zero in England, because the translators saw that and thought, hey, that must be what the game is called. So they changed it. I think it's a bit of a weird one. Fatal Frame is the superior name, I do believe. But yeah, there you go, everybody. That was a look at the Japanese version of genuinely one of the scariest games to me. It's quite a small game if you think about it. It's basically one map that various doors lock and unlock throughout the night. But no, I like Ken Sanders. What a Japanese name. Actually, it might be Ken. Is a fairly frequent one. It's just Sanders. Special thanks to Cat Paws. Hell yeah, with your little paw pads. Let's go. Also, to Crowley 9's point earlier, yes, Suda51 did work on a Fatal Frame. He produced or directed, he did something with Fatal Frame 4. Oh, hell yeah, rank B. I'll take a rank B. Because I played through Fatal Frame 4 and I got to the credits and I saw Goichi Suda in the credits. I'm like, the hell out of it, Goichi Suda, that one? That guy? Yeah, that guy. I was surprised there weren't enough assassins or like, what, bikini assassins in the game. It couldn't be one of Suda's, but no, there it was. That was one of his. Alright, what bonus content do I get? Yeah, because that says clear data. So what do I get? Story mode, battle mode, options. Oh, they are just the options. Ooh! I have 3 special costumes. Let's see what we got. Is that going to throw me into the prologue? That's going to throw me into the prologue. I don't want to go to the prologue. Honestly, I did that to myself. Alright, let's try that again. Thank goodness there's no auto-save in this one. That'd really do a number on me. Now, if this is anything like Fatal Frame, the American one, what do you mean we're here in Chapter 1 again? Game, please. You're making me look like I cannot read complex and scribbly written kanji. Spoilers. Can't. Better idea, then. Battle mode. Okay, so that won't let me do that. That's fine. Oh, there you go. 1, 2, 3, final. Which one's in color? They're all in color. Let's take a look. So, the English version of Fatal Frame gave Miku, it's basically this outfit but with different colors. I think brown, blue, and red. But yeah! Oh, okay. Okay. That's not something that they did in the English version. They darkened her skin. What do you mean, 0? Because the game is called 0. Do you get it? Let's go take a look. So I was always really let down by this outfit in the English version, because what do you mean? It's just the same character but wearing brown. Well, yeah, she's a gyaru. That's a Japanese subculture thing. She's darkened her skin and she's wearing comparatively excessive makeup, because that's the style. How about that? Alright, what else do we have? I also remember the game being not at all worth it. In the English version, you have to unlock these outfits, I believe, 1 at a time per playthrough. That's a cool one. Purple and white. Now we are the Los Angeles Gladiators from Overwatch. What's that on our back? That's really mean, taking away all my Type 14 film. Alright, so how are we looking in this one? Oh, it's just the flower thing. Okay, that's a really cute design. I'd pick that one if I had the opportunity to pick whatever I wanted when I was playing this game. Alright, finally, let's take a look at number 3. And then that'll be it for this version of Fatal Frame. And I say that I'm done. There is still Fatal Frame 2 Remake. Gotta get Switch 2 for that. I'm not getting a Switch 2 right now. To what end? So I'm gonna eventually play AI Crazy Taxi. Get out of here. Is that Christmas? That outfit looks like Christmas. Didn't even need to do that. I'm not saving this game. I just wanted to catch that fella. Alright, away we go. That just looks like it's special outfit 2. But like, again. No, I guess the dress is green, so it's more school-y. Well, there you go. That is Fatal Frame, a ghost tour directed and narrated by this enthusiastic, chirpy little penguin. I hope I didn't ruin the mood by being happy and chirpy. This game's kind of scary. Alright, there you go, everybody. Thank you very much for watching along with Fatal Frame. Come back for the next game. What's it gonna be? I've kind of alluded to it. Fight exactly! Carly, you can't be a penguin without the wind.